Welcome back to Dmac Mad Gaming. I'm your host Dmac, and here we believe gaming is a lifestyle, not a hobby. Welcome back, guys. And today I want to talk about Resident Evil 3 Remake. It is coming out April 3rd, 2020. Super excited for it. Super hyped. So I decided to make a video today giving you 3 reasons why I know this game is going to be awesome. I mean, these 3 reasons are solid reasons, and this is why I'm so confident to say this in this video, that Resident Evil 3 Remake is going to be just as awesome as Resident Evil 2, but different in many ways. So let's get started. Let's get right into it. So the first reason why I know Resident Evil 3 Remake is going to be awesome is because the same developers that worked on Resident Evil 2 is working on Resident Evil 3 Remake. So I know just on top of that, it's going to be amazing. I know what you guys are going to say in the comment section. Well, that don't mean that, DMAC. I mean, Resident Evil 2 Remake was something that took a long time to do, and to come out Resident Evil 3 Remake so fast, I don't know if it's going to be polished, and well developed to have a great experience. Well, I came across some articles when I was doing some research about this video that I have linked to the description box below for you guys to check out for yourselves. 3 articles talking about the history of Resident Evil, Capcom, and Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. And some fascinating information in it. And in this video, I'm going to go over a couple of them things with 3 reasons why I know it's going to be awesome. But I recommend checking out them links to them articles because they're really interesting and a lot of fun to read. So I know that Resident Evil 3 Remake is going to be just as good as Resident Evil 2, but different in many ways. It's because the same developers that was working on Resident Evil 2 Remake is working on Resident Evil 3. And Capcom has always been a development company that has always prided themselves in finishing games and making great single-player experiences within their games, especially when it comes to the Resident Evil franchise. Capcom has never let us down before, and I don't think they're going to let us down this year with Resident Evil 3 Remake. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm about 100% sure that Resident Evil 3 is going to be just as good as Resident Evil 2. Maybe even better. So, the first reason, as I said, is because the same developers that worked on Resident Evil 2 Remake is working on Resident Evil 3. Now, the second reason why I know Resident Evil 3 Remake is going to be just as good, well, at least when it comes to gameplay mechanics, is because from the research I did, come to find out that Resident Evil 3, when it was coming out for the PlayStation 2, was supposed to be a spin-off to the Resident Evil 1 and 2. It wasn't even called Resident Evil 3 when it was first in development. And they only gave the development team, a small team, 1 year to complete the spin-off because they was waiting for the transition from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2. So this game wasn't even called Resident Evil 3 when it first came out because it was supposed to be a small spin-off. And it is supposed to have the same length of content as Resident Evil 2. So just on that fact alone, knowing that developers only had 1 year to make this game spin-off, so they use the same engine that they used for Resident Evil 2, and a lot of the gameplay elements that was in Resident Evil 2, they ported over to Resident Evil 3. So on that alone, when they said in the articles and I came across that it's going to be over-the-shoulder view like Resident Evil 2, it's because they're using the same engine like they did for the original ones. They're doing the same thing. They're porting over the same gameplay elements, the same type of textures and things from there. Just because Resident Evil 3, when it was made back in the day, was also had the same components and elements from Resident Evil 2. So that's how I know that this game is going to be amazing when it comes to gameplay. And I'm just super excited for it. And on top of that, they said they're doing some changes to Resident Evil 3 where it's going to be slightly different from the original Resident Evil 3. So I'm super excited for that. Now, I had never really played the original Resident Evil 3. I played Resident Evil 1, I played Resident Evil 2, but I did never get a chance to get my hands on Resident Evil 3. And to come find out that Capcom is doing a Resident Evil 3 remake, it got me super excited. And when I did my research and got online and went on Reddit to find out that a lot of Resident 3 gameplay elements, textures, and how characters act and the enemies in the game, the zombies and monsters act, was ported from Resident Evil 2 because they used the same engine. They used the same engine the same game engine that they used to develop Resident Evil 2. They used it to make Resident Evil 3. But the killer part was it's supposed to be a shorter game and it's supposed to be a spinoff when it was first in development, and they only gave the development team 1 year. But after all that stuff happened, I have links to all the articles, like I said, in the description box below. I suggest you go check them out. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's a fascinating read. I really recommend checking it out. But just on that strength alone, that knowing that I'm going to get the same type of gameplay elements, same type of interactions with the enemies, it's going to be awesome. So that's why I know this game is going to be amazing. That's my second reason. Now I know what you guys thinking. Well, Dmac, I think you just getting too hyped because you got your hands on Resident Evil 2, and we know you're a big Resident Evil 2 fan and 1 fan, but you never played Resident Evil 3, so you don't even know what to expect. I know, but that's the most exciting part about it. A game that you never played back in the day when you was younger, you get a chance to play now as an adult, and it's being modified for the current generation of games. It's super exciting. So just doing my research, finding out how this game was developed in the beginning, and how they don't have too much to do really to create this game is really exciting. And giving me that same type of experience, the same type of gameplay is what makes it super exciting. And the third reason why I know that this game is going to be awesome and why I'm going to be super excited to get my hands on it is from Capcom developers said that they're making alterations to Resident Evil 3 to kind of change it up from the original game. And I know when you hear that, you go like, oh no, what are they changing? But from what I read in these articles, that Resident Evil 3 was more action-based than Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 was more a survival horror. This is a survival horror, but it's a little bit more action because of the Nemesis, which is one of my favorite Resident Evil characters ever. And to see his new design it's awesome. And just to find out that they're redoing his design, they redid Jill Valentine's design and a couple other characters. And they're changing a lot of elements up where there's going to be a lot of changes, but it's going to still be familiar to those who are hardcore Resident Evil fans who play Resident Evil 3. And if any of you hardcore fans out there is watching the video right now, let me know what your experience was like playing Resident Evil 3 back in the day. And when you get your hands on it, come back to this video and let me know what you feel that they changed about the game, and did you feel like the change was warranted, that it made the game experience better. I would love to know, because never played Resident Evil 3, the original one, before. So I'm going to get my first experience with Resident Evil 3 Remake on April 3rd, 2020. So I'm really excited about that. But these are the 3 reasons why I know that this game is going to be awesome. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Make sure you also check out the links that I got in the description box, because they get a little more information about everything to get you hyped for it. I'm super hyped for it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And always, thank you for staying to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. Love y'all support. Love y'all comments, your likes. It really helps out the channel. It makes us continue working hard for you. And for you Final Fantasy fans out there, I will be doing probably a live stream of Final Fantasy 7 when it comes out. And for those who want to know what my thoughts about Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, that will be next week for you guys. I'll make sure I have that done for you and up next week. And as always, thank you for staying in the video. I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button, helps out the channel. Make sure you share, helps out as well. And if you haven't became a Mad Gamer yet, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button, become a Mad Gamer, and become part of this awesome family. Talk to you guys later. All right, bye.